coming to you first. Are you buying Brady doesn't get special treatment with the Bucs?
Nah, I'm selling that, bro. I'm selling that like I did my umbrella when I got to L.A., okay? I ain't got no need for it. It's time for me to be real with y'all because, last block I was on my jokes. But I'm going to jump to what Marcellus said last block. You do get some special treatment for special guys and special organizations. When I was in Philly, we had a defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox. He a beast, okay? He can really get away with just about whatever. The quarterbacks, they wear these special jerseys in practice. So you can't actually sack them. So defensive linemen on the side will sit there and yell, sack, whenever somebody gets close. Well, one time we had a rookie out there talking about sack. Chip Kelly, the head coach, must have turned around and said, if you don't shut up, Rook, I'll send you back to college. You see, you treat lower-level people differently than you treat higher-level people. Tom Brady is the highest-level person that there is in the game of football. There is no possible way that B.A., the head coach for the Bucs, is about to treat Tom Brady like he treats everybody else. It just don't make no sense.
Look at us flip-flopping, because I am going to say he doesn't get special treatment. Now, you got to walk with me on this. This is what I do. I only have 3 gifts, and one of them is I actually answer questions. And I don't come in with an agenda. I don't bleed him over. In this situation, he's not getting special treatment. Let me break this down for you.
You shooting shots.
I'm shooting shots. Here we go. What precedes you in any situation? Reputation precedes you. Not only does Tom Brady come in with the biggest, greatest reputation in NFL history, but a resume that supports that reputation. Now let's talk about Bruce Arians, who's sitting there saying, look, I don't even have the resume to even compete with a Bill Belichick, let alone a Tom Brady, who could take this locker room over. And I'm not saying he's going to take it in a bad direction. He's just going to take it from me. So I'm going to have to make sure there is a distance and difference in authority between me and Tom Brady. Now, this is why you really got to hone that one in, because my boy, my dog, my former teammate is Tom Brady's offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, who's calling the plays, who was drafted after Tom Brady was already in the league, played a great career and retired, and is now calling the plays for that same Tom Brady who's playing. So when you're Bruce Arians and you're sitting there, and you know how they sit there in coach's office and they talk that raw, that real, they're like, hey, as great as Brady is, he's in our world, our system. Don't forget, we were top offense last year. Don't forget, we're top 3 in points the last couple of years. We need this to go our way. No slight to Tom Brady and his greatness, but we can't let this get out of control. So we got to treat him like everybody else.
Yes. Listen, that level of respect, that level of influence and control over the locker room and the players, you guys mentioned it. I wasn't even on this segment. But think about who has the largest ego on the team. Who did y'all say it was? You know what? Check it out. Here's your own words. Your own words.
Here's what fans don't realize. Coaches are cockier than players.
Yeah, I
Where's
give you
my one shot? Nah, where's my one shot?
I give you that.
Coaches are cockier than players.
They're an aggregate of all the egos in the room. Like, add all the egos up, coaches trump that. Correct. That's how they roll. Ooh.
That's how they roll.
Acho, anything?
I mean, do you want me to debate it from there, or
Acho the one looking fake up here.
Is that a mic? Is that a mic?
No. Okay, I'm going to pick up the mic in which they thought they dropped, and I'm going to conclude this nonsense that they thought they had won. Y'all said, is Bruce Arians going to give Tom Brady special treatment? Here's how I know he is. When Tom Brady got signed by the Bucs, they said, well, Bruce, what are you going to do with your offense? You're a big arm offense, Bruce Arians. You like to throw the ball down the field. Tom Brady, he's a little older. Can he still do that? Bruce said, quote, we will probably meet in the middle. Bruce Arians has already said he's going to change his offense for Tom Brady, the GOAT. So how in the world would Bruce Arians not treat him differently if he's already treating his entire playbook? Don't sigh, LaVar. Catch your breath. Catch your breath, LaVar.
Here's what I'm going to say to you. You're correct in the sense that he is going to get treated differently.
That's the question. Thank you. I'm correct. I won. I won.
But to say special treatment it's excessive. So even you will not see Tom Brady being treated any differently than any willing, deserving vet of any type of stature or standing on that team. That means veteran days. You don't have to practice with the way the other guys are practicing. Certain walkthroughs you don't have to go down to. Certain meetings that you don't necessarily have to attend. And to this point, you know, when you think about when you start going down the road of giving someone like Tom Brady, who's new in town, but established and understood what his greatness is and value is, and you start acting all crazy like a fanboy or something like that, you run the risk of other players who have built equity up in that franchise feeling as though they should at least be treated the same way. Or there may be somewhat of a fallout from what they're feeling because, hey, I have been here in the trenches for you all this time, Bruce. Don't be sitting there jumping on this bandwagon when you got guys that have been grinding for you all along. I think it's a dangerous, dangerous thing to do. Bruce Arians is way too savvy of a coach to ever fall into that trap. And listen, for what it's worth, Tom Brady is too smart to fall into that trap. If he's treated like that special guy that gets special privileges, when Tom Brady goes to that huddle and has to have control, and none of them coaches is there with him, he has to be the guy. He has to be the guy with the respect from those other guys in the locker room. I say fair play.
They don't treat him different. He wasn't preaching.
Dog, he was preaching, preaching hard.
The
like
congregation left no offering.
He sounded like your daddy. He be up there preaching, Sonny style, Bishop style.
Hey, the crip walking.
He don't even understand the difference because special treatment, no. Treated differently, yes.
Yes, right.
Put it this way, Giselle's getting into that hotel.
You know what? But our producer's about to cuss y'all out because the question said, are you buying Brady doesn't get special treatment? Yeah. How y'all gonna move the field goal post to make y'all right?
All right, well, if that...
He doesn't get special treatment.
If you think that's moving it, let's put it right back in frame. Look at this frame right now. I see two fathers and one son. And this is why you don't understand what this means, son, because you don't have kids. Look, my kids don't get special treatment. They get treated differently, but they don't get special treatment. Only in isolation.
This is semantics.
No, it's not.
This is semantics.
It is to create a culture.
It's very different.
It is very different. I have to create a culture where they know the disciplines are uniform. But in private, hey, man, you get a little bit soon. We're not rapping soon.
You are not going to twist this word of you don't get special treatment, but you get treated differently. Getting treated differently means getting special treatment. No. The definition of special, better, greater, or otherwise different from what is usual. So if you get treated differently, you were quite literally getting treated differently,
It's not special from the other people.
Go to break.
Thank you. He don't know how to navigate life.